Just the Facts is a program created to meet the educational and informational needs of youth ages 10 through 16. Oh, I gotta go. I'm working on the show.
Hey, how you going? You ever played Frisbee baseball? That's not going to work. We're not going to do that. But we are going to do this. This is Just the Facts. I'm Rod Hembree. I'm glad you decided to join us. Darren Callback is here. Dwayne is here. Chris is here. We're all here. It's a great program. As a matter of fact, we got some very interesting people. Wolfman is here. Yes, it's true. Wolfman is here with some musical recommendations coming your way. It's all right here. Also, we have the Resolution Group. Delvin Reed is here with the Resolution Group talking about some very interesting topics, very important topics. Hope you stay there. Also, we got Enoch. Now, this guy's a little whacked, okay? He's been in personality counseling for a long time, but he's just so intense. He's got an intensity problem. And so do I. And here go the topics. So put it on the screen. The topics are what to do when living gets too hard. Has that ever happened to you? Also, may the force of faith be with you. And then finally, the quest for life. It's true, we're talking about all of these things on this particular Just the Facts program. And here comes the Facts and Faith Challenge, the Facts and Faith Challenge! If God is creator, did he create evil? It's a good question. I don't know. What do you think? We're going to talk about it.
You stay right there, because today we're featuring the music of Split Level. We're going to rock with them all show long. Ow!
Live from the studios in the deep, dark basements of urban North America, it's that all-time video hairball. Descendants of the Slingons, Wolfman Track, playing the latest and the greatest multimedia tracks in the known universe. Now here he is. Hit it, Wolfman.
Hey, we got Split Level in the house today, baby. We're featuring their new CD called Global Transistor. Ow! Let's tweak in a little everything. Ow!
You can change the world if you want to. Drink the ocean dry if you need to. Change the sand to grass in the desert. Anything, you can do anything. You can paint the clouds if you want to. Change the sun to green, moon to blue. Cut the world in two in a moment. Anything, you can do anything. See the clouds that cover me.
Ow, that was a little bit of everything, baby. Hey, but I got a great idea. Why don't we play some Twister? Ow, yep, some Twister, baby. Ow.
That's not what I said. All the words you try to shred. White light bleaches your head. It leaves in blues and greens and reds.
Hey, the name of the band is Split Level, baby. Hey, and remember, the name of the CD is called Global Transistor. And remember this, in everything you listen to, there's always a twister, baby. Ah, see ya.
This is country number.
If God is creator, did he create evil?
Hey, that's a good question, but let's see if we can come up with some clues. First clues, evil is a matter of perspective. I don't know about that. Evil seems pretty evil to me as far as I'm talking. No, that's that's not the answer. We're going to get to the real deal a little bit later in this particular program. The kids are helping me out with a facts and fake challenge, something designed to help you figure out who God is. Here's the topic. Let's check it out. What to do when living life gets too hard. Oh, it's difficult. It's hard. Well, a lot of people lose the drama, have a difficult time with life. And you know what? I went through a lot of times. In fact, I still do from time to time. Well, here's something you can think about when you're going through the hard times of life. But before we do that, news with an attitude. He makes life really hard. Check this guy out. He's weird.
What's this? It's the latest Honda, and it slices cucumbers and carrots. Details next.
This old-time radio program was originally aired live, long before the advent of high fidelity.
And so tonight it gives me great pleasure to make way for a man who knows what he's talking about.
This is Rod Knows All, with news and views from your local communities on planet Earth. Bad blenders. In an effort to make life easier, the Honda Corporation has invented a new robot identified as Honda P2, nicknamed Slick Willie.
Controlled by this horse operator.
At a recent robot convention, the Slick Willie robot was entered into a robot marathon competing with 20 other counterparts. For the best in automation, although the new Honda model was impressive, the winning machine was a converted vacuum cleaner.
This is truly one of science's great achievements.
Meteosphere. In the on-again, off-again talks between Fox TV and the Children's Television Workshop. Sources say that X-Files producers found alien life forms on Sesame Street.
Yep.
Science is smart. Once again, world-renowned scientists have gathered to debate one of the most pressing issues humans face this millennia on the planet. The issue will be why birds fly in V-shaped patterns.
Did a headache spoil the day for you? Are you still feeling a little miserable and upset?
Mr. McDonald, do you ever do the dishes for your wife? I should say not.
Yo-ho, yo-ho, brushless or leather, boys, whichever you've the notion. 50 cents for shaving cream, $1 for the lotion.
Hey, blue stuff that's sort of bubbling, that's kind of powerful. Well, here's something else that's really powerful, a little safer. Put the data on the screen. It's coming on the screen, and here's what it says from the Data Master. Now listen to this. When my entire world was coming apart, when all I could do is think about my pain and problems, when I can't get any peace, and when I feel like my life is over, so why go on living? You ever felt that way? Well, this is the time God reminds me, yes, God reminds me that His love is more powerful than my pain. The Lord is good to those who don't give up, but seek Him and seek His strength. It is good to clear your mind of emotion and to think about God, to try to get your perspective and remember how He is hope in the dark times of world. That's Lamentations 3. Lamentations 3, Rod's paraphrase version. Now, Lamentations is really a kind of a funeral song, but it's a good piece of advice. 2 facts come from this. Here's the first fact. Check it out. The first fact is this. The greatest challenge in life is to keep your perspective. You lose when you begin to lose your perspective. Emotions can do that to you. It's important to keep your perspective. You say, yeah, but Rod, how do you do that? Fact number 2 is on the screen, and it comes this way. Check it out. In this life, you will need external coordinates. God provides that reference point. Now, this is very important. External coordinates help you get a grip on what's really happening rather than what your feelings are telling you. Well, let's get some feelings on the voice of reason. Where is it? Here's the voice of reason.
The voice of reason.
Boy, boy, she's really scared. Well, here's the voice of reason. Check it out. The voice of reason is this. Live by the facts. Don't let your emotions create your reality. It's too violent a ride. Yes, it's true. If you want a violent ride, then let your emotions dictate your life. I don't want to do that. So what I do is I get connected with the data master. In it, God tells me a lot of good things. Now, Odie's going to tell us the good things to come up. So Odie's in the control room on the security cam. Odie, tell us.
Hey, Rod, coming up we got May the Force of Faith be with you.
Today on Resolutions, suicide. That wrote in and has come to the concern that they wanted to, thoughts have crossed their mind about actually taking their own life.
Your life doesn't end here on Earth. Our life here on Earth is just merely a snap of the fingers. It's a whisper.
Ending your life does not end the problem.
A lot of the pain was just the thought of being alone, having no one to talk to.
Like a parasite eating away at your even at your brain.
You're not worth listening at. You don't have to face these problems alone.
Keep churning around and around. I feel alone. So then you make yourself alone by not going out, not reaching out to people. You think, okay, well, I'll never make friends. So then you feel more alone.
If you want hope to grow, if you want to get out of this, you have to let go of the fear. Let go of the pride, you know?
That's another thing to do, is to reach out and try and make friends. Think on these things. Think on good things. Think on the pure things. Think of those things that are praiseworthy.
Right.
And when you start focusing on the good, you can't help but have your heart turned around to more positive.
Mm-hmm. That's right. Everyone says that if you're asking for help, you're weak. But it takes a great strength to admit that you're in trouble.
He created evil?
Okay, wait a minute now. Let's take a look at this here. Clue number one would be evil is a matter of perspective. Well, I don't think that's the one. Maybe clue number two. Let's check out clue number two. Yes, no, I don't know. I'm not sure if that's it either. Well, anyway, we got a very interesting topic coming up your way. Some good comments, by the way, from the resolution group. Now, may the force of faith be with you when we're talking about this whole issue of how you feel about yourself, this whole issue of what's going on. We've got something interesting coming from Lamentations. So, as we look at this, we want to take a look at something important called File 7. Now, File 7 is kind of a paranormal thing that talks about some interesting deals. Now, let's take a look at the evil one. Is there really an evil one? File 7, check it out.
The mysteries of the past lead us to the purpose for the future. Answers for the present. UFOs explained. Ancient aliens revealed. Time has a beginning. Time has an end. File 7. Declassified. Evil. What is it? Who is it? An entity? A supernatural force? Or simply an absence of good? History records the presence of evil throughout time. Results: poverty, war, starvation, death. Is there a relationship between events in our lives and the spiritual dimensions? Modern culture spurns God as only for the weak, yet our inner cities are filled with poverty, drug and alcohol abuse, gang wars, street violence, homelessness. Are there spiritual consequences to our actions? Can we assign spirits to the bad things that happen? Is there a force ultimately trying to destroy our humanity? ancient words offer valuable clues. I am the target of his weapons. I've become a disgrace because of his hits on me. He has filled me with bitterness and sorrow. Lamentations 3, verses 12 through 15, paraphrased. If we are targeted by an evil force, is there hope? How do we wage a spiritual battle? The truth is in there.
Okay, check it out. Remember, Lamentations was written by a guy by the name of Jeremiah. He was kind of the weeping prophet. Let's put the data on the screen. Check it out. It says this: the power of God's love is forever. Now listen, this is Jeremiah the weeping prophet. His mercy never stops because his nature is forever. Talking about God's nature. Every morning that you wake up, that's true. Every morning, God's love is there because he's there. And God's nature never changes and is faithful because he is not bound to time. He's timeless. I make God my daily source. Smart man, because my soul needs hope. Every day, as yours, I know mine does. A connection with God gives my soul hope. Me too. God's love is not bound by time. Lamentations 3, Rod's paraphrase version, happens to come from the Data Master. The Data Master is a fancy name for the Bible. It also brings me to the first fact on the screen. Check it out. The first fact: hope only works when the reason for it goes beyond our wants. You see, here's the situation with that. A lot of times people say, oh, I'll have hope if I just have this car, or I'll have hope to one day have all this money. But see, the point is this: real hope goes beyond any material stuff. You see, real hope goes beyond that to selflessness, which affects the people around you. Brings me to the second fact on the screen. Check this one out, and it says this: with God, the future is a great place to be going because God's already been there. God's already been there. Wait a minute. If God knows the future, and I have a free will, what about my free will in the future? Here's the voice of reason on that one. It'll help explain it. Voice of reason. 2, 1.
Roger, Houston, the voice.
Engine running.
Up reason.
Liftoff.
1, dial please for mankind.
You know, just because you have the decision to change the moment doesn't mean that you've changed the hour. In other words, God's will ultimately happens, even though you have the free will moment to moment. Now, it's kind of a hard one to explain, but we're talking about other dimensions in a moment with a guy by the name of Enoch. He's kind of weird, but think about this. The future is a safe place. You don't have to be afraid of it. If you connect with the Creator, you say, how do I do that? You do that by listening to them. How do I do that? Through the Data Master. Odie, I got to stop yelling, so take it away, Odie!
You do gotta stop yelling, Rod. Hey, and stand by. We got the quest for life.
Rome, do as the Romans do. Just a minute on that.
Here we go.
Hey, check it out. Let me tell you something. This whole idea of just act how you need to act to get what you want wherever you are, it's not a good idea. Let me put some data on the screen for that Viking comes back. Here's the data, and it says something very interesting. Check it out. It says this. Now listen to this. God hates lying lips, but he delights in people who are honest. That comes from Proverbs 12:32. Hey, we're not talking just about honesty in words. We're talking about honesty in relationships. You say, Rod, you're talking about relationships. Starting to scare me now. No, honesty in relationships. Be who God made you to be. You can also become better as you identify yourself with the Creator. So I'm Rod Hembree, reminding you to take just a minute and assess whether you're honest in your relationships or not. Think about it.
but did he create evil?
Hey, here's some clues coming your way. Evil is a matter of perspective. No. Clue number 2. Yes, no. I don't know. That's probably me. The absence of God is evil. Wait, there's something wrong with that one. We'll talk about it later. Everybody's looking for slime mold life on lab plates. They're looking in the wrong place. This is the quest for life. You ever notice everybody's looking for microbiological life on plates, slime plates? That's kind of disgusting. Well, we have somebody called Enoch coming your way. Now, okay, Enoch has a very strange way about him, but if you just kind of put up with him a little bit, he has a very good point, and I think I like his assistant better, Jay. See if you like Jay. I think I like Jay, but anyway, here's Enoch.
This is PTV, Phonetic Television. The following was originally presented in gobbledygook, but has been modified for your viewing pleasure.
This is a story about a guy. Just a guy. But he was a guy who was really curious about the universe. He wanted to know more about who created the whole thing. So he started to talk to the creator and liked it so much that one day he beamed up. A couple of thousand years later, his great, well, you get the idea, showed up next door from where I live. He lives there with his faithful scribe, Jay. Jay writes down all the stuff that's in this guy's head. And, oh yeah, by the way, this guy's name is, Enoch.
Hey, what to say? That's no way to stay. If you want to play, you gotta think this way. Okay, Jay, it's time to say. Yeah! Enoch here, and the universe is there. Well, really, it's everywhere. But wait, there's more. Hey, Jay, you getting all this? In 1984, 2 mathematician scientists discovered it. Every particle in the universe is not a point, it's a string. Great Scott! What does it all mean?
Matter is connected to other dimensions. It makes my brain hurt.
Getting all this, Jay? The math boys found out with all their toys that matter isn't a point, it's a string. Quantum strings, if you know what I mean. It's a string thing, if you know what I mean.
Mathematics proves the spiritual world.
Did it? They proved it! Science proved the existence of the spiritual world. You get me, Jay? In quantum physics, it's called the theory of everything. It touched me. It moved me. It became a part of me. It is a part of me. What am I talking about? Yeah!
Well, there you have it. A bunch of math guys got together and proved the quantum string theory. And Enoch, he took it to the next level. Other dimensions. Wow. And poor Jay, he had to write it all down. Not to worry, though. He wasn't the first. Many scribes have written down all this stuff about the spiritual world, and you can find it in the Data Master.
Okay, so they got a little carried away, but Enoch was saying something very interesting, and that is this. Every point in this universe is connected to a string into other dimensions, which brings you to this. The quest for life takes us to other dimensions, and prayer is talking to God. It's absolutely true. So you have to understand and you have to remember when we talk about this relationship with God, we're not too far off base. In fact, science is talking about other dimensions. It is a spiritual world. You are a spiritual being. You need to think it over. some people say, I just get mad and react. That's just the way God made me. Just a minute on that.
Here we go.
Hey, check it out. We're going to come at you because some people say, I just get mad and react because I have to get mad because God made me that way. Well, just a minute on that. Let's put some data on the screen. Check it out. It says something very interesting. It comes from the book of Proverbs, chapter 14, verse 17, and it says, a quick-tempered person does really foolish things. Now, have you ever seen someone who gets really, really mad and they can't control themselves and they come after people and the gloves come off and the next thing you know, you got a real problem? Well, you see, that's the problem. See, the problem is you got to learn some self-control. Yes, God made you, but he did not make you to be out of control. No, no. God made you to be in control. So, I'm Rod Hembree reminding you that next time you get really mad, relax, take it easy. Gain some self-control.
Let's hear more from the Stylophone. Let's hear more.
Hey, the fact of the challenge was this. If God is creator, did he actually create evil? Well, the clues were evil is a matter of perspective. No, that's not it, because evil's everywhere, actually. Yes, no, I don't know. That's a lot of people's response. And number 3 is the absence of God is the presence of evil. I don't think so. Check it out. Here's the origin of evil. We've been talking about it. God created all the beings. The evil one chose to rebel against God, becoming the source of all evil. Now, how you fight that source is by a spiritual connection. That's what you do. Here you go, Ryan. Take that. Remember, the spiritual connection comes from the Data Master. Hey, see you next time. Stay in the Data Master. See if I can get this.
5. I gotta come up with a line. Who do you think I am?
They did it! They proved it! You got a string on your propeller! Take 2!
Hey, welcome to today's show. Hey, we're featuring the music of Split Level. They're in the house today, baby. Well, we see that.
How do you do this?
Fascinating.
You know what's fascinating? It would be fascinating if we get this shotgun.
That's right!
I'll shut up!